first they came for Alex Jones, and a lot of people thought he said some crazy things, and he's kind of on the fringe. They certainly won't censor any mainstream conservatives. Well, I've been trying to tell you that he was just the beginning. YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki recently sat down for an interview with Kara Swisher. If you're not familiar with her name, I'm sure that you've seen some of her interviews. She was the one who did that interview with Mark Zuckerberg when he was sweating profusely when she brought up some of the privacy concerns. She also scored that historic interview with Steve Jobs and Bill Gates and has interviewed all of the big names in tech. And at this year's Lesbians Who Tech conference in San Francisco, Kara Swisher pressured YouTube CEO to ban Ben Shapiro, a conservative commentator, perhaps best known for giving lectures on college campuses. Kara Swisher, who, as you may have guessed, is a lesbian, hence her being at the Lesbians Who Tech conference, adopted a poor child along with her wife, who is now 13 years old and is watching Ben Shapiro videos on YouTube.
I'll get to recommendations. I have a personal beef with you about that.
Okay. I can't wait to hear.
My son, who's 13 years old, started watching Ben Shapiro videos. And he's like the gateway drug to the next group. And then it goes right to Jordan Peterson, then it goes down, and in 3 clicks, he was at neo-Nazi stuff. It was like astonishing. And then I had to listen to it at dinner. And I was sort of like, I'm going to kill Susan Wojcicki first.
Okay,
and then,
here I am.
But it was sort of like, I was sort of like, is there anything, like, it feels like, as I said, I think you've heard me say this, it feels like all you tech companies have built cities, these beautiful cities, but you decided not to initially put in police, fire, garbage, street signs, and stuff like that. And
in her brain-damaged mind, the Nazi stuff are probably clips of Tucker Carlson or PewDiePie.
And then I've got like this kid who's like, well, Ben Shapiro's sort of smart. I'm like, no, he's not. No, he's not even slightly. He's clever, but he's an idiot. And anyway, it's just like, it's exhausting. But it has like a huge effect on them. Do you feel like the people, like, on a bigger thing, and it's not your total responsibility, Susan, but do you feel like the people living on, they have a sense of this, of the impact they have?
So getting to your son.
He's lost.
No, we can work on your son here. I have a son too, and I get some of these discussions also at the dinner table. Right. I mean, so
she just said that her 13-year-old son was lost because he's not a social justice warrior, and he's looking up conservative videos on YouTube and maybe looking at Jordan Peterson as a father figure because he's being raised by 2 lesbians. Maybe the poor kid should be put into a foster home consisting of a normal family. You know, a husband and a wife.
I think what you're describing is, and the way we think about it too, look, there's a set of content that has to meet the community guidelines. Ben Shapiro is going to meet the community guidelines. So I don't think you're suggesting that we remove him from the platform, are you?
I would, but I can't. No,
okay,
no.
Okay.
But last time I saw you, I was like, get Alex Jones off that platform. And you're like, well, the community guidelines. And then you got him off.
Now he's not on the platform.
I know, so I was right, but that's
She literally said if it was up to her, she would ban Ben Shapiro for the same reasons that she wanted Alex Jones banned. Now, I am no fan of Ben Shapiro. I know that a lot of you guys are. I just can't trust a guy who basically endorsed Hillary Clinton by default shortly before the 2016 election by announcing that he would never vote for Donald Trump and said that if Trump wins that he will never appoint conservatives to the Supreme Court. There's a whole bunch of reasons why I don't like neocon Ben.
Trump's 3 biggest crowds are evangelicals, conservatives, and he's a winner of voters. Trump is lying to all of them. Stop buying the lies. Because as entertaining as Donald Trump is a liar.
And don't even get me started about him supporting Michelle Fields' hoax about getting assaulted and almost thrown to the ground by Trump's campaign manager, Corey Lewandowski. He's about as Republican establishment as you can get. He's neocon to the core. He has billionaire backers who built his entire career. But because he has such a following amongst college kids, Kara Swisher sees him as the new Alex Jones, who needs to be censored from the internet because he says such controversial things like there are only 2 genders. That is considered to be hate speech by the liberals today. And there was a gamer on Twitch who was reportedly banned for saying that on one of her live streams. And as you know, I was briefly suspended and locked out of my Twitter account for tweeting that. Since basically breathing is a violation of the terms of service of these big tech companies, technically Ben has violated their policies. And since such an industry insider is publicly pressuring the CEO of YouTube to ban Ben Shapiro, just proves that nobody's safe. Let's not forget that senior engineers in Google discussed remotely deactivating President Trump's cell phone and deleting the Gmail accounts of everyone in his administration. And Tim Berners-Lee, the man who's credited with founding the World Wide Web in 1989, said that he's horrified with how it's turned out because President Trump is allowed to use it the way he does. We're not even one full quarter into 2019. The 2020 election is more than a year and a half away, and I can't imagine who else is going to get banned between now and then. I appreciate you guys more than you know, so thanks for watching and thanks for all your support. If you guys enjoy watching my videos, head on over to MarkDice.com and order one of my awesome shirts, like the new MAGA Country shirt, or the Trump is Building the Wall shirt, or the classic Liberalism Find a Cure shirt. All of them available in a t-shirt, long sleeve, and a hoodie, and a whole bunch of different colors. And a big thanks to all you guys who sponsor the channel through Patreon and PayPal, and who've read my books.